Dream. Oh, let me put down the water. Dream it. Believe it. Let me take off the glasses because I have been asked to take off the glasses because they want to see the eyes. Dream it. Believe it. Become it.
Come on down. We're ready. We're ready.
Ranking. Well, I'm still on a high from yesterday. I'll be honest with you. That show yesterday
was powerful.
Believe me. I couldn't even sleep.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna retweet up the thing right now. If Gary's
okay. You know, the first 5 minutes, the people online, man like Bobby Wright, Bruce Lee, you know, the first 5 minutes, Spencer's got to do the statutories, which is tweeting it everywhere and letting everyone know what's going on. So what are you saying, Gal, that it's on my Twitter feed as well, yeah?
Yeah. It's honest, live. It's live, brother.
Wow.
It's live.
On your Facebook.
Appliance of science.
Crazy, isn't it?
Remember that advert there?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, this is what it's about. Listen, we're living in an era now where people have to really adjust and adapt because it looks like it's going to be like this for at least a foreseeable future, or at least we're talking February, March, April. And, you know, people are dealing with this current lockdown in certain ways. And they've had to adjust. I know a lot of people are finding it hard, Spence.
It's difficult. We can't turn around and say that it's not difficult because it is. And anyone turn around and say it's not difficult, you're lying. You know what I mean? So, yeah, big up Olu. He's just jumped on, man.
Olu Bosayo. Okay.
Yeah, one of your cousins. Big him up. Yeah.
Why? Why must he be my cousin? Why?
He's your cousin. You know he's your cousin.
All right, Olu Bosayo. October Reds in the building.
Come on, salute, sister. Salute. There's a couple, was it Boxing and Banks? Some other females that are doing it. Lady Shan doing her thing as well. And October Red. So what I'm saying is like, for the hard way, all these sisters should link up and do the thing because right now, female boxing is on a high. It's busting, it's exploding. Clarissa Shaw's doing great things. Natasha Jonas and her fight against Harper was incredible. We go through the whole list. Katie Taylor is Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year, Female Fighter of the Year.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's Savannah Marshall, who's just
that girl. I like that girl. That girl can fight.
I'm telling you,
that girl can fight.
She's trained by Peter Fury as well. So
yes,
so there is so many. There's so many great female fights. So I'd like to see the counterpart to it. You know what I mean? Would be the females who are speaking the game because Lady Shan knows the game. You know what I mean? October knows the game. So the girls who do boxing bands, they know the game and they're growing. And why I like them, they contact me and say, right, what can we do to improve with Spence and and everything else? And I'm saying,
is that two females?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen them once before. Yeah. As you say, Spence, we definitely. If there's female boxers, there definitely has to be female representation, and the fact that these young ladies are getting together, you know, and commentating on the sport that we all love, more power. I've always said there could be no man without a woman, so we might as well bring them in the team. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's really great.
I'm just tweeting out the thing right now, so apologies if it looks like I'm just tweeting out the stuff right now. So to build up the numbers on the link, you know how it goes.
Yeah, we're just starting, but we all know this is going to be big. We all know it's going to be big. But I know the heavyweights in question today, and we're going to be asking the people to really Eddie Hearn in the building. But we doubt it's the real Eddie Hearn, but it could be.
Yeah, that little spy.
Eddie, don't try this thing, you know, come on. You can copy it, but you can't be it. So I bet you just employ man and give man the piece.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I spoke to Eddie Hearn last week, you know.
Okay.
I was in the barbershop, right?
yeah. You know that's be in the barber shop.
I'm African, right? So
Come on, you're starting already.
Yeah, I was in the barber shop.
Yes.
And like FaceTime Eddie Earn, and he was talking to all the guys in the barber shop. There's certain men who were arguing about how that Tyson Fury would beat
AJ.
There were other man that was arguing that AJ would beat Tyson Fury. So I said, okay, 1 second. I just phoned Eddie Hearn. I FaceTime Eddie Hearn. He spoke to everyone in the barbershop. I was like, oh, even though I doubt that's the real Eddie Hearn, big up Eddie Hearn all the same, because he knows the thing. Like, I mean, he knows the thing. So he's speaking to one of them guys, and like, there's certain Nigerian man who would say like, nah, Tyson Fury's gonna do it. And he said, no. Yeah, right. So Eddie goes, right. What? You're not even supporting your own countryman?
Yeah, man, just sell out the country. yeah, come on. But I like that because boxing's, man, we can't be patriotic in boxing. It's just the best man. You got to roll with the best man, and that's what we like. Eddie Hearn said, "Oh, that barber in Norwood." So, bro, we might be traveling to the real Eddie. yeah, man.
It could be still. We never know.
Okay, listen.
Go check. We could be. I die.
Energy goes where energy flows, so it would be no surprise. But yeah, I mean, I'm ready to. Well, listen.
Well, you know what? It was in Norwood, you know, so I can let you.
For real?
Yeah, it was barbers in Norwood.
Okay, well, maybe it is. Anyway, let's get over that now. This is the fighters, right? This is Spencer Fearon and Tunde Ajayi.
Yeah, you
Eddie Hearn, you might learn a few tricks here, mate. So trust me, because I know certain. I'm not calling their name, but certain broadcasters was pirating the thing yesterday. We started this ball rolling, so I'm just gonna wait and see how many hours it's gonna be before someone starts ranking the top heavyweights on their show. But
you know what? Because we're gonna do this every day, and I don't care if, like, you know what? I don't business who's watching and who's not watching, right? Because you got to understand, I'm very passionate about the sport.
100%.
From the incremental stages and the embryonic stages of this game, I love this sport. So therefore, when other men are jumping on the thing as well, and like we're inspiring them without hockey, but you know it goes. It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good in the hood. All right. So listen, today we are discussing the heavyweights, in what order we should rank them. But you know, myself and yourself, we always touch on our part first before we bring in the audience and we bring in their opinions. So we'll just run through what our opinions are of the fighters, and then you know we'll bring in the audience. So I think there's 6 heavyweights in question, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look at the flyer. I'm sure there is. 1 sec.
Well, I can't even go by those guys to say in question.
No. There's 8 heavyweights we are discussing.
There'll be more than that.
8, and there really should be more, but there could be more. But I mean, listen, and if the public want to throw out any more heavyweights than the ones that we mentioned, feel free. But I'll go in the list, and the list is, and this is in no ranking order as yet. Anthony Joshua, number 1. Tyson Fury, number 2. Deontay Wilder, number 3. Joyce, the Juggernaut, number 4. Andy Ruiz. Badman Dillian Whyte. Alexander Usyk. And Alexander POVETKIN. So we're going to touch on all 8, sorry. And I'm really looking forward to how people view these heavyweights. And obviously we're going to do the matchups and who we think will beat each other. So let's start with I'll let you pick, Spence. Let's start with it. POVETKIN, Usyk, Whyte, Ruiz, Joyce, Wilder.
I will start with let's start with Alexander Usyk. because of the win that he had recently over Derek Chisora. I think we should start with Alexander Usyk.
Okay, I think definitely. And as we just mentioned, Alexander Usyk, I was thinking, oh no, what Derek in the list as well. But you know what? There are so many heavyweights, and as I said, we can.
Yeah, so we cannot. And unfortunately, with Derek of present, he's always the bridegroom and never the bride. And that's no disrespect to Derek Chisora, a fantastic warrior, but he's not in the world top 5 right now. And I'm just keeping it 100 on that one. All right?
Okay, well, go on.
I don't think nobody can argue and say that Derek Chisora is in the top 5. Right? We can't, because what named ranked guy has he had a win over in recent years? Right, exactly. You got to put your hand on your map for a little while and start thinking to them. Interesting.
You know what, the man just go, man just assessing the thing. But yeah, you got a point. But Derek's one of my favorites, so
I get you. He's a real one.
I get you. All right, well, listen. Alexander Usyk is a Ukrainian professional. He reigned as the undisputed cruiserweight champion from 2018 until he vacated the titles in 2019, being the first cruiserweight in history to hold all 4 major world championships: WBA, Super, WBC, IBF, and WBO titles. This is a man with pedigree, Spence.
He has got pedigree.
And what has really stood out thus far for you with Alexander Usyk?
I would say how we position guys, and more so when I'm ranking him more as a cruiserweight. For me to say, well, this guy at heavyweight, I'll be lying if I'll be saying anything about him as a heavyweight. But him as a cruiserweight, absolutely superb. You know what I mean? When he was in the way that he did, coming over here and beating Tony Bellew.
That was a great performance.
It was because Tony to me was fighting tops in there. You know what I mean? Tony was fighting tops in there, and it's how we positioned him to be in line to throw that left hand down the pike. You know what I mean? We can't take away nothing from Usyk. But when I saw him as a cruiserweight, I said, boy, all of these boys are everywhere in trouble. You know what I mean? I think Johnny Nelson was in the gym the day when he saw Usyk beat up Klitschko in sparring.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You're looking at a man, exactly. We're looking at a man who's well accomplished. You know what I mean? And he can fight. But, and here's the but, he didn't impress me against Derek Chisora. Sorry. I'm telling you, it is. We watched it together, Tom. He didn't impress me in that fight.
To be honest with you, he didn't.
No, Tom, lie to me, Tunde.
You know what? I heard a young man talking like that today. He said, to be honest with you, honestly, and I was like, bro, what? You're just lying all the time. But yeah, to be honest with you, I wasn't really impressed when he fought Tim Witherspoon. Oh no, it wasn't Tim. Chaz Witherspoon. But I thought it was Tim because he was rubbish. And in that fight, I said that's why I was favoring Derek very heavily when he fought Derek, because I wasn't impressed with the Chaz Witherspoon fight. And I thought Derek was coming off a great win. But one thing I learned from the Chisora and Usyk fight, that I don't think going down the stretch, Usyk will be able to hang with the big boys.
And I have to agree with you. Because of the size, and it ain't no, it's a, you know what I mean? Usyk's tall. He's not that, you know what I mean?
Yes.
What is he? He's about 6'3". But
Yeah.
Usyk is a heavyweight, yeah?
Yes.
Of 1986.
Yes.
The heavyweights of 1986, they were that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The heavyweights of them time, they were that way. What is he? Was he 217? right? 217, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Right.
217, yeah, for the fight.
So when we look on Usyk, we've got to say the 217 fight was 1986 to all the way up to I would say 96, 97 times Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield when they fought. You know what I mean?
Come on, spit the knowledge.
Exactly. That was June, the second fight, June of 96 when Tyson famously bit his ear. Right? Sorry, 97, June of 97 when Tyson bit his ear. Those guys came in around 215, 230. Right? But as we've seen the real evolution of the heavyweights since Lennox Lewis come on the scene, them guys are like 230, 240, 250. They're big men. And when you got them big men laying on you, you know what I mean, rubbing their bristle hair on you and them kind of things.
Yes.
It takes its toll. It takes its toll. So for all his skill and ability, I saw in a fight with Derek, where Derek bit down his gum shoe and stuck it on him, and he didn't look comfortable in
it. Absolutely.
But what I am saying is, Derek, no one else don't really fight that kind of Derek style of fighting.
That's true. In the heavyweights.
In the heavyweight division, they don't. Guys,
Joyce comes forward, but it's not as.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Yeah.
It is with Joe Joyce. With Joe Joyce, it's more laboring.
Yes.
And it's methodical, but it's so effective.
I hear you.
From you can make a next man quit, it must be effective. So
let's not get into that quit talk.
Anyway,
let's not get into that quit talk.
Yeah, all right. But I'm just saying.
but
he's got very good applied pressure. But when we look at Alexander Usyk,
yes,
very, very good fight, man. And we can't turn around and say that guy's not a good fight. He's very good. So.
Good fight. I'll be interested to see where you rank him when we go for the ranking. Yeah. All right, so I'll pick the next one. Let's go Andy Ruiz. You said it's Andy Ruiz that should have been drinking the water and not Coca-Cola.
Bro.
Come on.
You know what?
Go ahead.
I rate Andy Ruiz, though, you know?
Huh?
I rate him.
I told you this I told you this from the beginning. Andy Ruiz he can fight, and he's always been able to fight. What has let him down in the past and in the present is his indiscipline with things outside of boxing, namely food.
Yeah. But he's with Eddie Reynoso now as well, isn't it?
Is that again?
He's with Eddie Reynoso as well.
Yeah, Eddie Reynoso is his new trainer. Yeah, but you know what I've noticed with the Reynosos now, they're allowing
bear man.
Yeah, they're allowing their trainers.
They're picking up more fighters than I used to pick up when we used to go granaries.
I'm telling you, it's like he's running the whole. It's like he's running the whole of Mexico. The meat must be.
He's running, bro.
So Eddie Reynoso, as we said yesterday, Eddie Reynoso is the man right now. And everybody has his time. But I mean, it can only do good for Andy Ruiz if he's around, you know, obviously the number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world in Canelo Alvarez, and now the new superstar of boxing, Ryan Garcia. Yeah.
And like I'm saying, I rate him. Who's just written up? Who's this young lady?
Ruiz has a workout channel on Whyte. Okay, on YouTube now. Love that. That's Karma Serene. Yeah, she knows what's going on. That's great. Listen, and again, that's more. Well, listen.
You got a burger channel, bro.
No. But this is what I'm trying to say. That's, you know what, fighters have to really be taken up, because I mean, especially, I mean, it's not so bad in America, but over here, you know, fighters now. We was discussing this today, that they really have to look at things outside of just boxing, because we know the gyms are closed. It's lockdown. You got to keep yourself motivated, because boxing is, as I've always said, 99% mental, in my opinion. And Ruiz doing a fitness channel is a good thing. He's doing a good thing. But yeah, let's get onto the boxing and the boxing aspect.
I'm saying, like, Andy Ruiz, I rate him.
Yes.
I rated him from when he stopped Jimachenko.
Yes. Yes.
I remember watching that fight, and I was warning everyone. I said, "This ain't no easy fight for Anthony Joshua."
I said it. I said it.
No fight for him. I remember I remember saying it on TV, telling him, "Look, this is no easy fight for Anthony Joshua." For the simple fact that if I was to compare John Ruiz to anyone, I would say he's like John McDermott with skill.
And
he can.
You're only saying that because he's fat. You're only saying that because he's fat.
It's the truth, though.
You only say that, but bro, nah, you can't compare Ruiz to John McDermott.
I'm saying because of the size of the man, but the guy has very, very good hands. Got very
Physical
good
comparisons.
Right? Yeah. But he's got slow feet, but he's got good hands, and the guy whacks. It was Lennox Lewis that said he was at one of his fights. He said you can hear the whoo when he throws them shots.
Wasn't it Joseph Parker that actually came on and said to us that Andy Ruiz is a harder hitter than AJ?
Yep.
I recollect that.
Yep. And the guy can fight. And you know what? And like I'm saying, like Joseph Parker knows his onions. You know what I mean? He knows his onions. And if he's saying that, then yeah. But you know what? The indiscipline of the man was very, very difficult not last year, the year before now, because we're 21 now. But he was very disappointing to me. He fought Anthony Joshua in a rematch.
Yes.
I mean, the man came in a stone heavier than he was before. Yeah, I mean, I want to know what all them pictures, you know, we was catfished. The pictures of him in shape, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, they fooled us.
They fooled us. But I still rate him. I think he can punch. He's got very good boxing skill, and I like how he throws the combinations in. You know what I mean? I like how he goes head body with the right hand. He's a good fighter, man. That's that.
You know, being in the gyms in California all them years, Freddie Roach sparring with people like James Toney, Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
And great fighter, good fighter. Definitely won. I mean, he's only lost 2 fights against AJ
and Parker. And the Parker loss was debatable. Let's be real. If that fight were in New Zealand, he would have got the loss.
Yes.
That was a very good fight. Next one up.
I'll let you pick the next one.
I would say POVETKIN.
Alexander POVETKIN.
You can't leave that guy out, man.
We was gonna leave him out.
Yeah,
but it was you that Gary was gonna leave him out. but it was you that said no, you can't leave out POVETKIN.
You can't. I mean, that means that we're showing bridgingship to Dillian Whyte.
To Dillian, yeah, for real. Because let's get it right. Again, POVETKIN's only 2 losses are against Klitschko and AJ. And a disputable draw against Michael Hunter, who I flattered with putting in the list. But I just think he hasn't showed the dominance really yet to be on that list.
Listen, we can briefly touch on Michael Hunter, right?
Okay.
Touch on him. But the simple fact is, I'm just keeping it 100. I think Michael Hunter's biggest problem is himself. Right?
Touching it.
As Dean Powell always used to say to us when we used to go down to the Italian restaurant, people don't know.
Caravaggio's.
Yeah, Caravaggio's. When me and Tunde used to meet Dean Powell and have our little monthly chats about boxing, right? Yeah. People don't think like, oh yeah, no, we've been there from the start, bro.
Trust me.
And Dean Powell always used to say to me, Spencer, you can be 1 smart or 2 smart, but you can't be 3 smart.
Come on.
Now, ask yourself this. How could a fighter like Michael Hunter be with Matchroom? Yeah? Like POVETKIN in Saudi Arabia, get a draw which was a debatable draw, because many people thought that you beat POVETKIN.
Yes.
Right? End up leaving Matchroom, and you're saying, I wanted to leave Matchroom, I wanted to terminate my contract. Okay. To go where? So you were with Al Heyman, you left him, And the next thing, Michael Hunter, he gave Usyk a run.
Yes.
They fought, right? He gave him a run down at cruiserweight. Potentially, he'd be a
hold
good.
Hold on. Say that again, Spence. Povetkin didn't fight Alexander.
No. Michael Hunter fought
Usyk. Okay.
So, and you were with Al Heyman then. So now you're no longer with Al Heyman. You're a fighter from Las Vegas.
Yes.
But yet, and you're a heavyweight from Las Vegas, but yet no one don't really know who you are.
And that was one of the things that stood out to me when I was because in 2012, Michael came over. Michael was over here with a US team. Yeah. But he was with Devon and Bill.
Okay.
And then I remember when we went over to Las Vegas, he was in the gym and out of the gym, and then he was in Floyd's gym. And I'm thinking to myself, to the eyes, because he sparred with Anthony as well. Anthony hadn't even turned pro. He was a good fighter, but I kept turning the back of my mind. I was always like, hold on, he's around these guys. Why haven't they signed him? And that was always, it's a good point you make.
Exactly.
100
here. I think his biggest problem is himself, but I'm saying the guy can fight though. Let's don't get twisted. The guy can fight. Look at him coming and broke up Martin Bacoli.
Hey, and look at that now. That looks like a very, very good win.
Excellent win. Bacoli has just gone on and gone. I quite like Mike Bacoli. I fight, so I find it very entertaining.
It could be a dark horse because apparently we've heard the sparring sessions with Dubois and AJ but as I say, sparring is sparring.
Sparring.
And you got to turn it on the night. So that's where it matters.
Yeah.
But yeah, Povetkin as an amateur won gold medals at super heavyweight division and the European Championships, World Championships, 2004 Olympics. After turning professional in 2005, he defeated Ruslan Chagayev to claim the vacant WBA regular title in 2011. He challenged the unified champion Wladimir Klitschko for the WBA, IBF, WBO, IBO, and ring linear titles. So this guy, he's got the pedigree, he's got everything. The Olympic pedigree, fought for the world title. So he definitely can't be overlooked. Although he is 40, but he could be 47.
75.
You understand? But we saw. And the funny thing is, I remember prior to the fight, I remember Dillian saying, don't look at the age because we already see what 40-year-old man's doing out here.
Well, and said that though.
so
he gave the man too much power.
Yeah. You may be right. But definitely he's one to keep an eye out in the heavyweight division. I think he's just below. I don't think he can't beat Tyson Fury, and we've already seen what AJ done to him. So he definitely ain't in.
Well, I think but you know what? I was at the AJ fight. I was at the AJ fight. Big up KD, AJ's guy. He gave him a
big up KD.
Yeah. So I'm down there at the fight. And while I'm at the fight now, Tom, I'm watching the fight, and I remember I sat with it was me, Cougar, and Trish Dixon. The way POVETKIN came at Joshua in the first 2 rounds, he wasn't playing about, we looked at each other like, because he hit Joshua some shots, We looked at each other, and I remember Cougar said, "Boy, I think Joshua's going to win, but he can get knocked down here." And and then you had Ivan Drago, Trish Dixon, right?
Come on.
Saying like, yeah, possibly. This is like he's really come to fight.
Yes.
But I rate how AJ performed in that fight to suck that up.
Yes.
And realizing that POVETKIN is no joke. Well accomplished professional fighter, and he's very, very well groomed. The way he knocked out David Price after David Price had him on Foyer Street.
Oh, nasty.
Horrible how he knocked him out.
Nasty.
Horrible. Yeah, I rate Alexander POVETKIN. I do. I think he's a very good fighter, and I like the fact that he's an older heavyweight than the rest of these young cats out there. And if you give him something what he truly relishes, then we get the best thing.
Yes. Yes.
And we can't. And the next thing, the shot that he took Dillian out with, and Dillian's my guy. Shot. If you watch that fight, you can see he was planning to throw that shot, yeah, from round 2. He was planning. He set him up for that shot. Like, okay, you think say nothing. When he went down, I'd have wished Dillian jumped for him, but it's all good in plus because hopefully the rematch is honored, which I don't think will be on. My man's thinking, let's up a second. I'm just taking your ranking. I'm gonna fight my boy now. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait to fight Tyson Fury for the winner of Joshua Tyson Fury. But it does get made, and I hope that Dillian can redeem himself, which I think that he will. But that's correct.
And I think that's a great way to go into the man himself. Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte. Born April 11th, 1988, is a British professional boxer, former kickboxer, mixed martial artist. He held the WBC interim heavyweight title from 2019 to 2020. At regional levels, he has held multiple heavyweight titles, including a British title from 2016 to 2017. As of December 2020, he is ranked as the world's 5th best active heavyweight by the Ring magazine and 7th by BoxRec. Well, we might have something to say about the ranking, but Dillian, to me, bro, I'm rolling with Dillian to he decides to stop, because I just think his tenacity, his will, because you judge a man based on his will, because there are some people that just won't give up. And I love the way even after the loss, Dillian's like, all right, cool, say nothing. I'm back on this, back training harder than ever. Even I was talking to Xavier, his trainer, who I got to big up Xavier, because he's one of the man them. He's been around, but a lot of people saying he's inexperienced. But having spoken with Xavier, he's a very knowledgeable person, and I don't think Dillian would have someone around him if he didn't have knowledge. So
Dillian actually is very astute to boxing.
Yes,
he studies fights.
He studies definitely. So Dillian is one of the guys that I'm back.
Yeah, come if you don't think you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
you don't mind anything either. You say like, come, but like I'm saying, with Dillian Whyte,
yes.
Realistically, we gotta look at Dillian's record and say we go back the last 5 years, right?
Okay.
If we go back the last 5 years, you think of the level of opponents that he's fought. They could have been world title fights. He could have been like a WBA champion, IBF champion. He could have held a version of a world title, fought those same guys, and nobody would have complained. Go look since
at all.
Right, go look the Derek Chisora fight, right?
I'm gonna break it down. I'm actually gonna break it down. So he ain't fought no jokers from Hellenius.
No jokers. And
from Hellenius, he only had one defeat. Robert Hellenius only had one defeat. Lucas Brown was unbeaten.
And a former WBA regular champion.
There you go. Then he took on Joseph Parker,
who just lost to Joshua, and Joshua never dropped Joseph Parker.
Exactly.
And Dillian dropped him twice, even though the first one was a headbutt, but still.
And then he rematched Derek, really just to settle the score from the first fight.
Right. And and that was a vicious knockout. And then he takes on another unbeaten fight in Oscar Rivas. And that guy, Mark Ramsey's his trainer. And anyone with that Mark Ramsey is a problem. They can fight.
So, and obviously Derek was in trouble in that fight as well. But he came through and he beat him. So, Derek is taking man's O's. Dillian is taking man's O's. He's taking, maximum violence, all risks for a great reward. But we know he was denied the shot that he should have got.
Yeah, and down for that much blinking years waiting on the
And then I thought he fought Watch was that in
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. You know,
when Mark Tibb nearly drowned with the water in the corner.
Bro, Dillian was like, oh no, walk on. You try to drown, man. So, but yeah, you know, Dillian wasn't in the best of shapes. But again, he took the fight. You know, he didn't need to take the fight. He took the fight, and then, you know, obviously the last fight, Povetkin, which, you know, he was up on the scorecards before the knockdown.
He had the guy down twice. But and you know what? Someone like with Dillian, because Dillian's maximum violence, but it's also maximum entertainment.
Entertainment, buddy. That's why he's a pay-per-view fighter.
Yeah, he's never in a dull fight. And I think it's really cool how the British public have warned to him.
Yes.
Well. Right. I mean, Dillian's up there. He's my guy. So, but I'm panning it down because loads of times I sound like an over Dillian Whyte cheerleader. So I'm panning it down.
Yeah. So we got Dillian there. He's in there. So he's definitely gonna be in the rankings. I don't know where we're gonna place him, but all right, we'll move on to the next.
Some guy, Luke, was it Breastford? Go get that. Put that one up there. Gary, Luke. Right. No,
it's Watch, not Whack.
Yeah. Cool. Right? He goes, no, he says that Dillian is a bum. Right? No, put that up there. I want to address this now. You know what I mean? Do you see it? He says that Dillian is a bum, Gary. You must see it, that Luke Breastford geezer. Well, anyway, Luke, you, it's quite easy. You be in the comfort of your living room, your sitting room, eating your pizza, right? And turning around and calling a man a bum. I've known Dillian from he's been 16 years old.
Come on.
Right? 16. And I remember them days when I had my shares in the Real Fight Club gym, and Alan Lacey were letting no one really come into the gym like that. And I would say, look, you got to allow Dillian to come in. So he wants to come for the streets. Dillian be in the gym every single day, right?
Hungry.
Right. Them days, it was £10 to get into the gym, right? I remember seeing Dillian used to come in there with like plimsolls. Remember plimsolls?
Come on.
And
the black ones. With a piece on the side, the side piece, with a little the plastic thing where you... bro, them plimsolls are serious.
Right. So listen to me. So
Dillian was rocking them.
Yeah. Right.
No.
Right.
Me and Dillian couldn't talk if you had them. If I see him with them.
So this is what I'm trying to say. I've seen someone come from being raised not with a silver spoon in his mouth, and just worked hard. Anything you want to say about Dillian Whyte, you cannot knock his work ethic. And to my mind, a bum is a lazy person, don't do nothing. You can never call Dillian Whyte a bum, because I see how he's risen up, how he looks after his family, how he's looked after his mother. You know what I mean? Nobody could turn around and call Dillian Whyte no bum. Are you off your head? Look at
and more importantly, he's stayed true to himself and his roots.
Exactly.
And I drove up to Brixton. Dillian, when I had the smart car, because we moved on from them days now. When I had the smart car, rode up to Brixton, bought Dillian the t-shirts. The man shaked my whole car. He said, Tunde, we didn't drive in this car. He nearly tipped the smart car over.
All right,
then. You know, Dillian is
right.
Listen, man.
I'm just saying. So I don't want to hear about Dillian's a bum. You know what I mean? So
we're gonna defend it.
When you call somebody something, you can jump on here. You have to justify the reason why you're calling.
Come on. This is the real thing.
Right. Justify why you're calling them a bum. You know what I mean? Because what I know is at a certain time, this hatership, like I keep on saying, this hatership, confuse admiration. You saw Dillian Whyte, you've been the first person, Luke, to run up to him and beg for a picture.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So allow this, you know what I mean? You want to say, like, yeah, and all the rest of it. Loud.
All right, Spence. All right. But you know what? I love it because we're showing people that you can't just come and criticize someone and not explain yourself, because we ain't answering to no one. This is Tunde Ajayi and Spencer Fearon and the man behind the cam, Gary Blake's thing, and we won't take that lightly, especially if we know Dillian and we know what he's come through. Other fighters that we don't know their background, their history, but Dillian Whyte is no way close to a bum. The guy, he's done so much for so many, with the blessings that he's had, and that's a sign of a great man.
Listen, I've got nothing but love for Dillian Whyte. Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. So we've done Usyk, Ruiz, Povetkin, Dillian. All right, let's go for.
I know what you're gonna say. Go on. I know you're gonna say watch.
You don't know what I'm gonna say. Because you said that, I'm gonna change what I was gonna say. Let's go for the Bomb Squad. Let's go for.
Listen to me.
The Bomb Squad. The Bomb Squad is a serious. Oh no, I got to Google this guy because this guy is a serious guy. He's a serious guy, and I personally still believe that he's gonna be a problem. I'm telling you. Listen,
if you can poke like he is, and he can, sorry, then of course you're gonna be a problem. But the thing is this. It's time for Deontay Wilder to be honest with himself and do a Michael Jackson, you know what I mean? And start talking to the man in the mirror. Because I don't like the heap of excuses that have been made. Because if you're bringing up these excuses, which are allegations, come with your proof, with your allegations. And I'm talking ability-wise, skill-wise, right?
Yeah.
Skill-wise. I'm a skills person. I enjoy skill. Deontay Wilder hasn't demonstrated to me no skill. Because, don't say that, I'm not saying that he hasn't got skill, right? Because in his first Romain Stavern fight, when he boxed, he kept it long, he was fighting out the jab. I said, yeah, this guy can box. But what's happened is, man just tried to give him the Thanos hand, right? From Avengers. And say, like, well, you can just knock out, man. So don't just go and knock them out. And that's what he's done. And unfortunately, because he's done that, he's become reliant on his punching power until he met a man, right? You can take your punches. But I'm saying punching power wise, you can never write off Deontay Wilder. Ever.
And let me just say, Deontay LeSean Wilder, LeSean, you know, bro, trust me. Wilder had a late start to boxing, taking up the sport at the age of 20 years of age, Spence. As an amateur, he won a bronze medal at heavyweight division in the 2008 Olympics. This led to his nickname, the Bronze Bomber. I didn't know that. Which Wilder coined after Joe Louis, who was known by the nickname the Brown Bomber. Wilder is particularly known for his formidable punching power, having knocked out every opponent he's defeated. His knockout to win percentage stands at 98%, 75% in world heavyweight title fights. The third highest in heavyweight history, with 20 knockouts in the first round. He is a three-time winner of the Premier Boxing Champions Knockout of the Year Award, 2016, 2017, 2019, and the winner of the Ring Magazine Knockout of the Year, 2019. Nobody can tell me, Tunde Ajayi, that after one defeat against a man that is a boxing god, his career is over. The Brown, he's got something to offer, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he has, but it's more if he got something to offer, if he wants to offer it.
But why wouldn't he?
He's a very wealthy man.
Okay.
Right? A very wealthy man. He's a very wealthy.
Changes everything.
Yep, exactly. Just like it says in Ecclesiastics, it also solves all the problems, Tunde. Right? Right? He's not in the gym. I ain't seen that of him training. I see him twerking every now and then, but I don't see him.
Bro, he would have opened a club, a strip club. Like
I'm telling you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What's Floyd Mayweather strip club, Girls Unlimited?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Floyd got a strip club in Vegas. You wouldn't mind that Floyd don't hire him.
Floyd's gonna hire Wilder. But yeah, you know, listen.
They'll make bare money from
Deontay Wilder has to be. Come on, behave yourself. Deontay Wilder has to still be respected. I'm interested. I'm gonna be interested again to see the comments in the box and where people rate these guys. But Deontay Wilder, listen, one fight, one defeat, one draw, and that defeat came against the Gypsy King himself, the man that handed out the beating in Black History Month.
Wow.
He handed out the beating of a man's life in Black History Month. So, but what gets me about that? They're still talking about this glove gate thing, and I mean, we fought in America in Dallas on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez and Smith, and I know that these guys are very strict with checking the gloves, having an inspector in the room. But I can't. A lot of people are still saying and making light of this glove situation. What do you think about that, Spence?
Well, I'm not entertaining it. Everyone's saying, "Oh, Tyson Fury cheated." I saw recently Sugar Hill.
Yes.
I see recently Sugar Hill on was it Barbershop Conversations?
Okay.
One of Deontay Wilder's men came on and stuck it on Sugar Hill, saying right, you knew he cheated. And before Sugar Hill to say, "What are you talking about, you idiot?" Right?
Yes.
No, none of that. He was like, "Okay, all right, yeah, all right." Like he's some shook kind of guy, bro.
I'm gonna have to take that.
Listen, look, Tunde, it's our thing. I'm talking to Ting. I don't care.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm thinking about how he responded. I'm just thinking about how he responded.
How he responded, I'm saying,
yes.
Don't come to me and say, "Right, Baba Tunde Ajayi cheat."
Yes.
Working. I'll tell man to suck out, bro. Straight.
All right, cool.
Great.
He may just have been showing a bit of diplomacy. He didn't want to get into an argument because it's maybe something he's heard many times.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to say is this: you're working now with if you're working with a guy, you might defend your guy.
True.
That's your guy.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Say something bad about any other to the Ajayi.
Yeah, man.
Straight blockage.
Straight. Right? No. This year I'm not blocking no one.
That's your
this
business.
Year you're not even getting my energy to block you. I'll just leave you there. I'm not wasting no unnecessary energy.
Good. I'm glad that I hear that from you. But
if anyone wants to say anything negative, listen, it's the same thing. How you like that, sunshine? I'm not even recognizing you. I'm not even giving you my energy to say you're blocked. You will be blocked. You might. Nah, I don't even want to block people this year. That's how I'm moving. I'm just gonna let people have their opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and just carry on putting all my energy into where it's always been, and that's the sport of boxing. So, but no, I will not tolerate no negativity because I won't give it no energy. That's it. Anyway, let's move on quickly because I really want to get these questions on. So we got 3 more fighters: Parker, AJ, and Fury. So which one's next, Spence?
Let's go with Tyson Fury.
Okay. The Gypsy King himself. Let me just get up the details. But we all know the Gypsy King is the king. Bob, his voice was mashed up the other day on that program.
Jennifer
Ross. Bob, he should have drank some ginger beer or something. Because his voice, Bob, he was better when he beat Wilder. When he sat after Wilder, that was serious. But I don't know. Maybe he never had no prep for Jennifer Ross. But anyway, Tyson Luke Fury, born 12th of August 1988. Isn't that the same year as Wilder? Is a British professional boxer. He is 2-time heavyweight world champion, having held the WBC, the Ring Magazine, and lineal titles since defeating Deontay Wilder in February 2020. Previously, he held a unified WBA Super, IBF, WBO, IBO, the Ring, and lineal titles after defeating Wladimir Klitschko in 2015. With his defeat of Wilder, Fury became the 3rd heavyweight after Floyd Patterson and Muhammad Ali. Are you listening to what I'm telling you? To hold the Ring Magazine title twice and the first heavyweight in history to have held the WBA, Super, WBC, IBF, WBO, and the Ring Magazine titles. As of December 2020, he is ranked as the world's best active heavyweight by ESPN. How you like that one, Sunshine? Come on, bro. The guy's got, bro, he's got everything.
And the 2 times that Ali was Ring Magazine champion was February 25th, 1964.
And you wasn't even looking at BoxRec.
Oh, come on, man. And the second time was October 19... it was 10 years after. It was 1974 when he beat George Foreman in Zaire, right? So that's when he became 2-time Ring Magazine champion. Floyd Patterson did it twice when he first won the title in 1956 when he defeated aging Archie Moore. But at the time, Archie Moore was like heavyweight champion of the world. And famously, previously, before then, Archie Moore knocked down Rocky Marciano. So that was for the vacant crown. And the second time is when he knocked out Ingeborg Johansson, Ingo Bingo, in 1959 to regain the World Heavyweight Championship. We don't need BoxRec, bro.
No, you are the walking BoxRec. You don't need BoxRec. You're the walking BoxRec. Right. I defy anyone to test this young man, because we're staying young forever.
Yeah, man. Don't worry.
Boxing knowledge. You can't beat him.
The Grays make the knowledge more knowledgeable now.
He's the best. He's the best. So, yeah. Tyson Fury really.
I expect to know nothing about boxing.
Yeah, he's always bringing racing. He's always pulling the race card.
Yeah.
But anyway, listen, Tyson Fury is definitely, he's got all the accolades. He's done it. He's the most confident boxer outwardly that I've seen for probably since Floyd. And that's just me talking what I see. It doesn't mean to say that other fighters are not confident, but I like the way he puts it on the line with the talk, and I like that because I like talkers. I like talkers as long as they can back it up, and he definitely has been able to back it up. And I know that he's gonna definitely be in the top 3 when we come to the rankings in the last 30 minutes of the show. Could even be more than that. But what can't you say about Tyson Fury, Spence?
What can't you say?
I mean, the guy's done everything. I remember when he fought Derek Chisora 2011.
Yeah.
Derek was 14-0.
Yep.
And I remember I was like,
on Channel 5.
Huh?
That was on Channel 5.
That was on Channel 5. I remember that.
Mick Hennessy won the purse bids, our old mate Mick Hennessy. He won the purse bids for that fight. I remember also that actually Theophane boxed on the undercard, defended his British title.
Yes.
And if you look at Tyson Fury, then because we weren't too sure what was going on, right? A lot of people win that fight. Remember that?
Yes. That's the point I was gonna make. I was like,
he boxed his ears off, mate.
Yeah, no, but it weren't really like that. He done well, and Derek, from what I can remember, had a lot of problems going into the fight.
Yeah, the hernia, allegedly.
Yeah, but boy, did he set the record straight in 2014.
Bruv.
Because I was there at that fight. And then I said, yeah.
A matter of fact, after this, I'm going to watch that fight again. After we finish the show, I'm going to watch that fight.
Bruv, he was switching southpaw, combing his hair, everything. Bruv, he was taking liberties. But such is the confidence of the young man that he clearly believed that he's head and shoulders above Derek. And, you're talking about 3 years earlier, he already beat Derek. He took Derek's O. So he's gone on, and to this day, he is the only champion that's undefeated.
Yeah.
So Tyson Fury's done it all. Battled mental health, great ambassador for mental health, come back, really had, from what I've seen, really had no right being in the ring with Deontay Wilder the first fight, because his dad was saying, bro, you're not even, your body's not strong. You're not ready. But he still showed that willpower to get up off the floor twice. You know, twice. And to be honest with you, he still won that fight. But again, Tyson Fury in rematches, he don't leave nothing to the judges. Nothing in rematches. You know, and he's the man. He's the man right now. Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year, shared with shared with Teofimo Lopez, and he absolutely is a, you know, he's a, as he always says, he's a fighting man. So Tyson Fury again, he's one of the guys that, you know, we can't wait to see him fight. We all know the fight that we want, but we'll go back to him when we do the ranking. All right, Joseph Parker, Tachon J, very nice man.
Very nice
Probably
man.
too nice.
Yeah, very nice man. Very good boxer. I'm gonna keep it raw because I like him.
Yes.
I thought in the AJ fight, he kind of punked out in that fight. He just settled in that fight. He really did his best to try and redeem himself against Dillian Whyte, but that was just Dillian Whyte's night, because when he had Dillian Whyte down in the last round, that's when you know somebody went out to fight and they wanted it. They said, right, I'm leaving it all in the ring, and he did. But Dillian did enough with the 2 knockdowns earlier in the fight to get the decision. But since then, Joseph Parker hasn't fought no named opponents, unfortunately. And that's a sad thing, because they're gonna kind of like leave this guy at the thing, you know. Seriously, that's what I believe. I think they're gonna leave him out of the thing. He's a very good fighter, man.
Good hand speed.
He's got good hand speed. I like him. He sticks out the left hand to throw the right hand in. And he's got decent head movement, got decent foot movement, and like this is the next thing I respect the guy, because he's a very hard, dedicated trainer, for the simple fact that in New Zealand he is a god, Tunde.
Well, he actually is the first New Zealander, or the Pacific Islands, to win a major world title.
Right. So he like I said earlier, he's a god out there. Like he's looked after proper. So yeah, it's one of them things.
Okay, still a good fighter. All right. And last but certainly not least, we have the man, the ambassador, the gentleman, the dog-hearted fighter when he needs to be, the boxer when he needs to be. The man who, if you put a picture of yourself and him up to your wife, the wife's direction is going to go to him first before you look at before she looks at your picture. We are talking about the one and only Mr. Anthony Joshua. Come on, boom. Tell me about AJ Spence.
What is there not to say about Anthony Joshua?
Come on.
You know, he's a unified heavyweight champion. Let
me tell you how deep it is. When we Anthony's a name. Every time I kept on going into the supermarket, the African lady, she kept on saying to me, "How is your boxer, Anthony Joshua?" I was like, "Fam, madam." I was like, "No, Auntie, it's not Anthony Joshua, it's Anthony Yan." She said, "Oh, sorry, Anthony Yan." But yeah, that's the power of the man. You understand? But go on, carry on, Spence.
He's Anthony Joshua going to the World Games, collecting a silver medal.
Yes.
Going to the Olympic Games in 2012, winning a gold medal. Prior to that, he was the ABA champion, right? This man just walked into the boxing gym last week.
If you think about it.
He's just walked into the gym last week because Benga, his cousin, was doing boxing. For where I like to go do it.
Yep.
So we got to give a different form of credit to Anthony Joshua, because the young man is still learning.
Yes.
Right? He's actually not the finished article. Right? I would say that Tyson Fury is more complete than Anthony Joshua.
Yes.
He's got more strings to his bow. But the thing with the strings to the bow, Anthony Joshua's going out there and collecting those strings to the bow. So because it makes Anthony Joshua a problem. And yes, before the first Ruiz fight, I was warning everyone saying, boy, this ain't no easy fight for you. Right? But the way that he changed up his style in the rematch, and it wasn't everybody's cup of tea. But I'm going to tell you why it was.
I thought it was a good performance, personally.
Right, of course it was. I'm going to tell you why it was a good performance. Because if it's like it was like watching Jay-Z sing like Pavarotti, right? That's not your ground. Both are fantastic artists, but they're different genres. And what happened with this Anthony Joshua showed that he's got adaptability, and he added another string to his bow that we can say, well, Anthony Joshua can actually box. And he's in the fights now, trying to box. We saw that in his last fight against Pulev. Ended in round 3 to make him like a boxing god. But anyway, right? But we're seeing that with Anthony Joshua. And I think here is a man that comes up to a lot of criticism. And what I realize is, and Tunde, you can bear witness, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. He's so high up there, right? And I want people to just realize this. Anthony Joshua opened up the doors for other people in boxing to earn good money, right? Because he brought that buzz. Even though it was Carl Froch, George Groves that brought back pay-per-view. Remember, Sky were interested on pay-per-view since when David Hay knocked out Woodley Harrison. And Sky TV said, right, ban this, we ain't doing this no more. You know what I mean? Carl Froch brought it back.
Yes.
But then Anthony Joshua picked up the torch and burned down the forest, bro. So a lot of people, right, people like guys in the fight game know they're indebted to Anthony Joshua.
Yes.
Because Anthony Joshua brought back the pay-per-view, and off the back of that, other guys have gone in to get pay-per-views and earn millions. So I rate Anthony Joshua. I rate him as a human being. I rate him as a fighter. Yes. And he's definitely up there. And the thing what I like about Anthony Joshua, he's actually improving. Okay.
So I think that rounds it off. So Spence, we're into the final 30 minutes. We may go over because we get a bit hype. So I want you to give me, out of the 8 fighters we've mentioned, which is Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, Anthony Joshua, Alexander Povetkin, Dillian Whyte, Andy Ruiz, Joseph Parker, and Deontay Wilder.
My top. Before I say
top 5.
Before I say that, I'm going to read out some, because I sent text out to a couple of guys. So I'm going to tell you what they've said. Yes. Gary Shogun Logan, former British and like middleweight contender.
Big up Gary. Big up Gary.
Logan, and he's a trainer as well, trainer and manager now as well. Gary Logan said his top 5 are Fury, AJ, Usyk, Joyce, and Hrgovic.
Yeah, you remember I said there might be people that we ain't got in there yet, but Hrgovic, we didn't mention him.
Right.
Okay.
Next one up there. Who do we have? From True Boxing, BBF. No, sorry, not from True Boxing. Kurt DeVille from Counterpunch Boxing, who's got his stuff.
Yes, sir.
Kurt DeVille, decent channel he's got, man. Very good channel. He goes. He's saying it's a joint number 1.
Okay.
Between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. They said A, Tyson Fury, B, Anthony Joshua. Then he's got Alexander Povetkin, Deontay Wilder, Dillian Whyte, Andy Ruiz. That's his. That's his, right? And then the guy from True Boxing, BBF, says Fury, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Joyce, Andy Ruiz.
Fury Wilder.
Fury Wilder.
AJ.
Joyce. Andy Ruiz.
Some. I like some of these, and you see the varying in all of this. It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. So big up Gary Logan, Fury, AJ, Usyk.
Yeah.
I think he said Joyce and Herkovic.
Yeah.
Which is a name that we hadn't got up there.
Yeah, Herkovic can fight. But
yeah,
he ain't been with no top guys yet. But in the future, he's going to be a problem.
Did he spar with Dubois or something?
Allegedly, he knocked him out. Allegedly.
You know what I mean? Interesting.
Right. But
tell me something. Just off subject. If Dubois had beat Joyce, where would he have been ranked on this list? Would he be in your top 5?
No.
Okay. Just thought I just asked that.
The reason why I'm going to say that, right? Why it wouldn't be? Because Joyce, even though he's had some decent wins on his record, on his resume, when he fought Brian Jennings, I saw a small heavyweight win you.
Big one,
yeah, where he with the left hook to the body hurt you. So therefore, I'm not picking on Joe Joyce because I like Joe Joyce, but no. But what I'm saying is when you got two unbeaten fighters going up against each other, and they got fantastically rewarded financially. That was the guy who comes in first place really should be on the rise. But we saw this before. We saw this right throughout boxing. We saw AJ Dillian Whyte, who was at December 12th, 2015. Dillian Whyte gets knocked out. But Dillian Whyte brushed himself off and has come back. And off the back of it, he's a millionaire, and he's still a top contender. Even though he lost his last fight, he's still a top contender. So it doesn't matter if you come second best, but sometimes manner how you come second best. So no, I don't think if Daniel Dubois won that fight, he would have been in the top 5 heavyweights. No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say it here now, so we can all rewind back to this tape.
Yep.
Daniel Dubois is still gonna be a heavyweight champion of the world.
All right, cool. I'm glad that you said it.
Remember, I tell you that.
All right.
And you know when I talk, there's sauce on the tongue.
Yeah, I know.
But just remember, I told you that he's still gonna be a heavyweight champion.
To the tank.
Don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all that. I'm telling you, man. It's the will of a man. And I'm telling you, I know a lot of people have been on the young. A lot of people keep on saying the young man quitting a young, but no, it ain't that. I don't want to get into it because you know me and you've been going back and forth. I don't call that quitting. I just feel not being able to handle the pressure at that time, and he didn't know what to do. He's never been in that situation, so his lack of experience really, is like my corner's telling me this. People are looking at me like he's a young boy. He's young, and I feel that is gonna be the making of Daniel Dubois. And come down a little peg. Maybe everything that was going on. It's a lot. A lot was put on his shoulders, and I don't feel that it was organic. Yeah, that's how I say it weren't like me and AY. Me and AY come up from the trenches, and it's not that Daniel hasn't, because I know the dad, I know the whole family, but I'm just saying that the way things was put on him. All of a sudden, he become this big superstar. It's energy, and if I put 2 of these waters in this cup, it's gonna overflow. So don't just say nothing. Daniel Dubois is still gonna be a champ. I'm telling you. But anyway, so I want to hear Spencer Fearon's top 5, and then yes, I want to hear Spencer Fearon's top 5.
Right, my top 5. Would be
come on, who's number 1?
I'm gonna say Tyson Fury's number 1.
Come on, man.
Listen to me.
Come on.
The Ring Magazine belt, Nate Fletcher, who founded the Ring Magazine, This man sat
Say
down
that name again.
Night Fletcher.
Come
right?
on, the knowledge. The
Right?
knowledge.
Who founded the Ring magazine, right? Said that the best heavyweight champion that he ever saw was Jack Johnson. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Jack Johnson never had a Ring magazine belt because the Ring magazine was, I think the Ring magazine belt was founded in 1922. So the first man to have that belt then was Jack Dempsey. You know what I mean? So
the Ring magazine belt was founded year 1922.
Oh, come on, man.
The knowledge.
All right, cool. All right.
Come on, the knowledge. Come on.
From that, that belt to me means that you're the heavyweight champion.
Okay.
You've got the Ring magazine belt, even though now it's a totally.
AJ had it though. AJ had it.
No, he never.
He did win it. He won the Ring Fight of the Year. Didn't he win?
Like, ring fight, yeah, but not having a ring belt. When you got a ring belt, truly, they're trying to say that you're the undisputed champion.
Okay.
Right? When Fury and Wilder fought, they fought for that belt, right? So when Fury said like I'm the lineal, but remember he got stripped of the ring belt. So you say yeah, but theoretically he's still kind of lineal because he never lost it in the ring. But the difference to Ali, when Ali got stripped of the title unjustly in 1967, right?
Yes.
Was Tyson Fury was going through his mental demons and all the rest of it and blah, 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 right? He could no longer perform to fight because he was a danger to himself. Read his autobiography, it's an excellent book, right?
Okay.
But he did dust himself off and he come back gallantly. And I'm saying for all of that, then I'm going to say, right, because you hold the Ring magazine belt, then I'm going to say that you're the number one.
Fair play. Fair play to you, sir.
But the resume of Anthony Joshua far outweighs Tyson Fury's.
There you go.
Resume.
There you go. There you go.
I'm saying that Anthony Joshua is a short number 2, a close number 1. That's how I'm gonna.
No, man, I don't want none of that business. I want number 1. I don't want no shoot. This ain't no 50-50 like you're betting, like in bookie shop.
I don't know this little Nigerian man.
Just give me the thing straight.
Number one, Tyson Fury. Number two, Anthony Joshua. Right?
Yeah. No, you didn't need to add in that word. Just give me the rankings straight and from the.
Tyson Fury is number 1. He's the Ring magazine holder.
Okay, that's what the people want to hear. Okay.
Right? Anthony Joshua's number 2.
Yes.
Right? Number 3 is a tricky one. Right? But I'm going to still give it to Deontay Wilder.
Come on.
Right? I'm still going to give it to him. You've only lost to Tyson Fury.
Yep.
And everybody else you knocked out.
Clean.
And
you put Fury down twice.
Yeah, put man to sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Number 4.
That guy's Nighthawk, right? Number 4, I would say POVETKIN.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep. And number 5 is a toss-up, but I'm gonna go Dillian Whyte.
Beautiful.
And what's yours?
So according to the bookie shop rankings with Spencer Fearon and Tunde Ajayi, my man, my great friend, my buddy, Spencer Fearon has Tyson Fury as the number 1 fighter, AJ as number 2, Deontay Wilder as number 3, Alexander POVETKIN as number 4, and Dillian has number 5. Whoa. Tunde Ajayi's opinion is this. Number 1 is Anthony Joshua.
Why is that? It's because he's Nigerian.
Yeah. Cool. All right, cool. He's Nigerian. I don't mind. Number 1 is Anthony Joshua. And I just feel that, the rankings, I've never really paid attention to the rankings, although they can't be denied. But I just feel that, as you said it clearly, the resume, the will of the man, the fact that so much people feel that the Fury fight is gonna be it's like a
conclusion,
a foregone conclusion. I just feel that gives Anthony Joshua 1 second live TV. Son, I'm live on TV. I'm live on YouTube. I'll phone you back after. Everything alright?
Yeah.
What's now?
No.
I'll phone you straight back, yeah?
Little Joshy. Come
yeah,
on.
Joshua.
We're doing work, Joshy.
Text me if there's a big problem, son, yeah? Cool. All right. So Anthony Joshua, number one, his resume, what he's done, the way he's come back is just amazing. You know, as you said, he just started boxing, already an Olympic gold champion, and a two-time world heavyweight champion. Punch power. I think that's really gonna tell in the fight. That's gonna be the thing, because I think that as an all-rounder, Anthony Joshua is better than Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's got that massive right hand. Yes, we know. But from what I see with AJ, he's got everything. Good jab, good uppercut. And you know the uppercut against a big man, that's a serious shot.
Yep. And also, when I'm saying that Fury's number one, I'm not saying that Joshua can't beat him.
Okay. But I'm just now, right?
On the rankings, because Fury's undefeated, he's never tasted defeat. Fury came back and fought Deontay Wilder when nobody gave him a chance, and he lost in comparison of...
Josh, you know what? Family come first. Let me check on Josh.
Yeah. Carry on talking, right? So that's the reason why. I know exactly how Anthony Joshua could beat Tyson Fury, but that's my rankings. Anyway, guys, get some questions up and I'll engage with the people that's written on it. Gary, yep. Right. TK says Joshua, Fury, POVETKIN, Wilder, and Whyte. Yeah, I could see that. And the reason, and like I said, the reason why I've got Tyson Fury as number one and Joshua at number two is because he holds the Ring Magazine belt. And the way that he regained the Ring Magazine belt was by defeating an undefeated fighter. So, because of that, I'm saying, right, I got to give that one to you. Carl says, think Fury's best boxer, but think Joshua beats him. Joshua, Fury, Wilder, POVETKIN, Whyte, Joyce. I got Joyce up there. I just ain't got him in my top five yet. And the reason being because I think it'd be wrong of me to put Joyce up so high, and Luis Ortiz is still there doing his bits. And Luis Ortiz has lost 2 fights to the same guy. But I hear that. But potentially in the future, I do see Joe Joyce up there. He's a nightmare for anybody. Joe Joyce is a very good fighter. We're talking about resume.
Back in the building.
Yeah. We are deciding between Joshua beating 6 good fighters versus Tyson beating 1. Yep. There
you go. Anyway, so let me just carry on. So I had to check.
One of the more dominant. I'm just one of the more dominant heavyweights of two areas. Yeah, peace and love. You know what? I like that. Trust me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about Joshua. So anyway, AJ number 1, Tyson Fury number 2, and obviously, as you said, it's always debatable. But I just, it ain't nothing personal. It's just I just feel that that Anthony Joshua has the ability to absolutely knock out Tyson Fury. I don't care about no chin, solid this, because no man is invincible, as Tyson Fury is always telling us. But the vulnerability that he showed with the Wilder.
What vulnerability?
No, listen to what I'm saying. It isn't a massive vulnerability, but the fact that he went down shows that he's not invincible. He got dropped twice. I don't care about the shape he was in or not. He got dropped twice. So therefore,
Steve Cunningham dropped him.
Yeah, and exactly. But so what I'm trying to say is, if those guys can drop you, you can't tell me that Anthony Joshua is. Joe Joyce said it. even when they was talking about Dubois' power, he said he can't punch like Anthony Joshua. He can't punch like Anthony Joshua. And I'm just saying that because Anthony Joshua's got the skills, let's get it right. It will be the first fighter that Fury's fighting in his prime that's got boxing ability as well. Because Vladimir never had Emmanuel shoot with him. And he was old. No, he wasn't that old when he fought Fury, to be honest with you. But he never had Emmanuel with him. And I think that was a lot because there was a point of that fight. No, that's the AJ fight. But in the Fury fight, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Fury did his thing in the Vladimir fight.
Don't disrespect Fury. Fury
did his thing in the Vladimir fight. He broke up Vladimir. He broke up Vladimir.
Very easy to.
Bro, he broke up Vladimir too easy. No, bro. Tyson Fury is a G. I'm not gonna lie. Tyson Fury is a man, and yeah, Tyson. I just like Tyson Fury's excitement anyway because to me, he's just a proper guy. But I'm saying AJ's a proper guy as well, and I'm saying like I like the way AJ conducts himself. I don't think that will have too much a part to play when they both fight. But I just feel power is gonna mean something in that fight. Power, and I don't believe, regardless of what everybody is saying, that Fury is just gonna go over there and box circles around AJ. Nonsense.
Nope.
Nonsense.
Listen, like I said, you've asked me for the rankings, not who I think who can win. Because I know exactly how Anthony Joshua will win the fight. But I'm keeping it real. It's a KO. I'm saying I'm a lineal person and I am loyal to
the rank. The belts and the ranking.
I'm low to it, bro.
No, you can't. I mean, you can't because it's history.
It's history.
And, you can't knock that. But maybe I'm being there's a bit of favoritism there, but I don't really, not really, because I don't have no vested interest in Anthony Joshua.
You eat the same stew as Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, maybe that's about it. We eat the same stew. But I'm saying, I'm going on record and saying, AJ, I don't care. AJ is gonna win that fight by knockout. Remember, I'm telling you. All right, cool. I'm just telling you. All right. So AJ number 1, Tyson Fury number 2.
Yep.
Deontay Wilder is number 3. And I'll be honest with you, if Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fight, I'll be more worried about that fight than I am with Tyson Fury.
Okay.
Because you know when two man them get in the ring, it's a different kind of energy. So that fight, I would love to see that fight, Anthony Joshua v Deontay Wilder. I would love, to be honest with you, I think that fight might sell better than the Fury fight.
Nah, bro.
No?
No way.
Yeah, but just because of them. But I don't know. As a spectacle, it'll be great.
Fury versus Wilder
is the biggest.
Will be one of the biggest fights in
Fury versus Joshua.
Sorry, Fury versus Joshua will be one of the biggest fights in boxing history.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. I agree with you so far. But I still like to say AJ against Wilder.
The heavyweight title where they both hold versions of it. Never.
Yeah, you know what? If Fury was to be AJ, then AJ Wilder is still a big fight.
Yeah. Of course it is.
All right. So my number 4 is slightly different to you. So I've differed to you on the
first two
Tyson and AJ positioning.
Yep.
And I'm gonna differ with you. I'm gonna differ with you for the Povetkin Dillian. I'm actually gonna put Dillian above Povetkin because and Dillian has a chance. Dillian has a chance to prove me wrong. To prove me right. I hope he does in the rematch if the rematch ever does take place. Because I mean, there's a problem Dillian's had. You know, just a little bit of lack of concentration has cost him dearly in fights. I mean, he got away with it with Parker. He got away with it with Oscar Rivas. But this one, there was no getting out of that one. But I feel we can rectify it. I feel Xavier told me he's training like a madman, you know, and he really wants this rematch to do the business. So I'm going to put Dillian above Povetkin. I know that sounds absolutely mad because Povetkin, but to me, that was Povetkin's last shot and he landed it. He didn't have that shot saved him. The gods was shining on him. So, but I think Dillian's gonna right that wrong in a rematch if it does happen. So I'm gonna put Dillian as number 4, and I'm gonna put Povetkin as number 5.
Well, sorry, Tom, that's just ludicrous.
Oh, guys, come on, I don't mind.
No, but that is seriously, that is the most ridiculous thing that I've heard.
Bro, you made me spit out my water on my papers.
You see, I'm trying to say to you, what is wrong with Tunde Ajayi? You mean?
What does he know about boxing?
No. You can't say you're gonna have Dillian Whyte above a man that he just lost to.
I don't care. So hold on. So when hold on, let me think of notable rematches. So hold on. So Ruiz, so you believe Ruiz was a better fighter than Joshua when he beat him?
No.
Exactly.
But exactly. It was because he took his belts.
Exactly. Well, that don't make him a better fighter. It don't make him a better fighter.
So therefore, he's ranked above him. I'm talking currently. I'm not saying like when they're both retired.
Okay, hold on.
No.
What's that boy's name? What's that boy's name that beat Charlo? I forgot his name.
Yeah,
but again, my point is, I still, even though he beat Charlo, I still wouldn't rank him higher than Charlo because I knew Charlo was coming back to do the thing.
No. It doesn't go like that, unfortunately. Maybe in your world it goes like that, but it doesn't go like that. If a man beats you, he's ranked above you. It's as simple as that.
Okay, it's simple.
It doesn't mean that he's going to beat you in a rematch.
Tony Harrison.
But give the man his due.
Yeah, but as I said, I'm not saying that I'm not giving him his due, Spence. What I'm just saying is, in terms of my personal ranking.
Yeah, Reese, Mac, thank you. Yeah, Tony Harrison, that's it. Tony Harrison.
Harrison.
Yeah, thank you so much. Tony Harrison used to be trained by Emmanuel Stewart, back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, before I remember that.
Yeah. So, listen, I just, listen, Alex.
You guys, can you just tell me the thinking of Tunde Ajayi that he would have Povetkin underneath Dillian Whyte?
Yeah, let me tell you why. Because I just feel that Povetkin, there's no lucky shot in boxing, as you say. He was setting up the shot all night long, but I just felt that was just his night. There's just some nights that is his night, and that's what AJ said when he lost, when he got stopped. That's what. Empty the tank. Please, Ali. But empty the tank's never gonna go away. That's in the annals of history right there. But I just think that I don't care what anyone says. It's my opinion. I'm putting Whyte above Povetkin. I don't business. So that's what it is.
I got who's a better punch variation.
Whyte, Spencer. Who is a better boxer? Whyte. Who is a better recent opposition? Whyte. There you go.
There you go. Okay, with all of that, who won the fight? Who won the last fight?
Yeah, but we know this, Spence. But I'm just trying to say, all we're doing is, look, listen, okay, so Boxing King Media, he has Fury, Wilder, Joshua, Whyte, Ortiz, then Povetkin. So he's put him above Povetkin.
Listen to me. You're not sticking by the rules.
No.
You're just making up your own rules, bro.
We're here to break rules. But anyway.
No. Listen to what I'm saying to you again. I want you to listen to me, yeah?
The hats come off.
Right, I want you to listen to me good.
Oh, this is the third bottle of stamina water I'm drinking now.
Yeah, you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it, bro. Right? I'm not saying that Dillian Whyte won't revenge and beat Povetkin in a rematch.
Yes.
Dillian Whyte will beat Povetkin in a rematch. But I'm saying because you've lost to him, right? You've lost to him, he should be placed one above you. And that's that. All right?
Okay. Well then,
what's this guy say? Joshua Harper says, how is Ruiz not making any... Wait there. Listen to what I'm saying to you.
Yeah, you see, I told you.
AJ, all right, listen, AJ was terrified of him when, listen, AJ box smart. It's called boxing. Right? Right? Bottom line. And AJ wasn't terrified of the guy. AJ had more pressure on him. Listen, how much has Anthony Joshua amassed? AJ is an entity. He's a global entity. It wasn't just a fighter that we was thinking of when he's going in that ring. You think it was a fight? You know how much endorsement deals the boys got?
I don't think he was thinking about that.
No, but I'm saying to you, so it's not just, he's just a guy in there and go fight and Mohammed, yes, my brother, 100% agree with Spencer. The two had a fight and one beat the other beforehand. It should be ranked higher. That is it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Dillian, this is what I'm saying. As far as I'm concerned, Dillian will broke up Povetkin in a rematch. Not only will broke up neither. Dillian will broke up Povetkin. That's why Povetkin's just gone quiet and go back to his country and just start talking quiet. You don't want that fight. I'm telling you, Dillian will tear him up in a rematch.
All right, cool. But this is why me and you, we gel so good because we just keep it real.
Yeah,
and teach each other opinion. Bobby Wright says, you two have made me change my mind 4 times in the last 30 minutes.
Bobby,
come on, big up Bobby Wright.
Bobby, listen to me, Bobby. Don't listen to Tunde.
Yeah, listen to Spencer.
Don't listen to Tunde,
but yeah, all right. So listen,
you'll get tired with Tunde.
We'll say it again.
You'll empty the tank.
Wait, man. Spencer Fearon's top 5. No, do Spencer's first. Okay. Yeah. It's there for all to see, Spencer. You can't hide no more. Tyson Fury, number 1. AJ, number 2. Wilder, number 3. Povetkin, number 4. And Dillian Whyte, number 5. Can we have Tunde Ajayi's top 5, please? Say them out, Spence, please.
Right. Tunde Ajayi's heavyweight ranking. Number 1, AJ. Number 2, Tyson Fury. Number 3, Wilder. Number 4, Dillian Whyte. And number 5, Povetkin. And when I see Dillian Whyte at number 4, I know Tunde is sniffing Whyte. I don't know what's...
No. And you know the funny thing is, yeah? The funny thing is that...
And Gary, what's Gary saying?
The producer, the man behind the camera.
Listen. You think I care about what Gary wants to say about? I worry about Gary posting up the things. I don't care about his boxing. What you want to say about boxing? That's what Gary's the man behind the camera.
You know the funny thing is, yeah? Do you know that Dillian can beat Deontay Wilder?
Yeah, 100%. I really believe that as well.
I'm telling you.
I really do believe that.
I'm telling you.
That's why I think Deontay Wilder went in no rush to face him.
No, sir. He wants to fight him now that he's the B side. But nah, mate, if Dillian can make him wait, make him wait. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, make him wait.
Yeah, make him wait. So let's finish up the show with seeing some of the fans online top 5s, gal. And even just some comments that we can still react to. Tristan Gardner says AJ number 1, Fury number 2, Joyce number 3, Usyk number 4, and Povetkin number 5. So basically, you're saying Joyce will beat Usyk.
He lost to him in the World Series,
shorter distance.
5-round fight, but I think Joyce is so improved. Wait there, who is this?
Benedict Adeyanju.
One of your cousins again, right? Now, big up Benedict. You know I'm only playing, but I know you are.
I agree with Tunde. If Whyte had that aggression he normally had, he would have beat him. But I don't know if it's because he just changed trainer. He was boxing well, but lost that violence. Remember, we said this, Spence, that the adaptation of a fighter, a new fighter and a trainer is something that...
5 fights, mate.
Yes.
But even though he's been working with Dillian for a hot minute, but it takes a little while. I'm saying I believe that Dillian can come back. I'm saying that Dillian can still win a world title. I've got no doubt in my head.
Please, I beg, because no man deserves it. I don't care if I'm being fair.
No, there's no guy out there that does. But
he deserves it. He deserves it.
Yeah, but in my mind, he doesn't deserve to be above Povetkin because Povetkin beat him.
Cool.
I'm being low.
Don't blame me when Dillian rose up to your yard.
I was going to go up to my yard when you have to agree. I said, right, I'm rating
Behave yourself. We're busting jokes. What's about you?
You have to agree with me, but roll up to whose ass? I'll punch you.
Come on, but then it's gonna roll up the ass. Watch.
You see my
Anyway, wait, man. Wait. Fablo says Fury number 1, Joshua number 2. This sounds like you, Spencer. Wilder number 3. He has Andy Ruiz as number 4. POVETKIN, no, and Dillian Whyte as number 5. Forget about them rest of them guys there, because it's top 5. It's top 5 we're dealing with, Fablo. So Fury, Joshua, Wilder, Ruiz, and Whyte, and Parker. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, Whyte. We finish at Whyte. Yeah, that's right. Next gal. Joe Farmer says, "What does Joe Joyce have to do?" I mean, Joe Joyce, he beat Brian Jennings. That was a good, good scout. He beat that
Romain Sevan.
That was a very good. That was a very good performance. I like the way he dealt with Sevan. And obviously he stopped the. I said, "Oh yeah, your brethren, your family." And obviously he's he stopped the train, temporarily stopped the train, the Daniel Dubois train run. So that's Joe's good going there. I just think he needs Boxing Circle says Joe Joyce versus Michael Hunter next. Knowing Sam Jones, there's no way he would take that fight.
I'm telling you that now for nothing.
No way.
Hey, what, Ton? You know the fight that they're going to be made? Remember, I'm telling you first,
Come on.
It's going to be Derek Chisora versus Joe Joyce.
It's
going to be made. Remember, I've told you that now. That's the fight.
Well, you never just told me. You just told everybody online.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that would be interesting.
David, they don't care about Derek Chisora.
But that would be interesting. And Derek's still got ambition. And Derek will give anybody a fight. I mean, that would be a hell of a fight because two guys come forward. Joe obviously thinks he can walk through anybody. Derek definitely will show you. It will make you understand that maybe you can't walk through him. So that is a great fight if it were to be made. I'll be looking forward to that. I might all shout Derek and see if that fight is going on. But big up.
I'm gonna happen to him.
All right, cool. Adele A says, and take that into consideration that AJ had defended his titles, unlike Fury with 0 title defenses. Please explain more on this, Spencer.
They were asking me to explain more, right? we trying to bring this, Adele. I'm saying, Anthony Joshua is a unified champion, right? With a succession of successful title defenses and has a better resume on paper than Tyson Fury.
Yes.
Right? They got one common opponent. That's Klitschko. So I'm saying Tyson Fury because he is the Ring Magazine belt holder. And I don't want to go back into history again, but like I said, he holds the same lineal belt title as the great Jack Dempsey, as the great Joe Louis, as the great Rocky Marciano, as the great Muhammad Ali. So therefore, and Floyd Patterson can't leave him out, and Larry Holmes.
No, that's not true. That's a serious thing.
And Evander Holyfield. So therefore, he's number 1. Take it or leave it alone.
Let it alone. Yeah, listen. I mean, that point is so serious, but yeah, it is what it is. Right? Rav 86 says AJ number 1, Fury number 2, Whyte number 3, Wilder number 4, and POVETKIN number 5. Fury is a natural boxer. I feel AJ has worked on new attributes, hit and not get hit. AJ will work on the mind games. Whyte will be Usyk's. What's that? Whyte will be back. Oh yeah, Usyk can dance, but not enough power. Okay. Good point, Rav. Good point.
I feel the same. I want to know, like we were saying earlier, how Usyk would deal with them big heavyweight man.
The reason why no one wants to fool Oscar Rivas because he's a problem. He's a problem, and Dillian took that gamble.
Yep.
Dillian took that gamble, and you know it's the way the heavyweight. You know, it's like I said, they was never gonna fight Daniel Dubois unless you know Frank worked his magic, which we all know Frank is capable of, and getting him in a position where you know one of them would have had to fight him or vacate. But Oscar Rivas comes under that kind of category. He's one of them. He's one of those guys that they're good, high risk, low reward, as boxing says.
Boxing circle, big up yourself, boxing circle.
Big up. Zapandi says Fury number 1, AJ number 2, Wilder number 3, Usyk number 4, and Andy Ruiz number 5. What do you think about that, Spence?
That's a good rating. That's a good rating. That is a very, very good rating.
Yeah, that is, you know, like Fury, AJ, Wilder, and Usyk. That is a good
rating.
All right, we'll go to 1:45. So 5 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up, Spence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless
Mohammed says Usyk should be top 5, 100%. And even though it was, well, I say Usyk, sorry, Ruiz should be. Boy, I need my glasses, bro. Right, Ruiz should be top 5, 100%. Even though it was his fault that he was out of shape for the rematch. Well, it was nobody else's fault. I'm telling you that now. But that's what happened.
Even if he was in shape, I still think AJ would have done the same business.
Yeah, but he could have performed better. Maybe we would have seen a better fight, right? But you know how it goes. The guy come from, you know, people got to realize you go to America or Mexico, guys. Those guys there, the East Coast guys, adverse poverty, you know.
Adverse,
right? The biggest purse that he got prior to the AJ fight, the first AJ fight, I think he's something like $40,000 he got. Biggest fight, $40,000. So I'm suggesting that must have been when he fought for the world title against for the WBO title when he lost to Josie Parker.
I just read a comment, Gary. Can you get this up by Victor Badar? Tyson Fury's win against Klitschko was a lucky one that he didn't run back. Fury's untested and unproven. Anthony Joshua is number 1, not only on paper, practically, we know what Ring Magazine did.
What did the Ring Magazine do, Badar? I want to know. Practically. I see your picture in the thing as well. You little smart.
My cousin.
Good as well, brother.
My cousin.
One of Tunde's cousins. Tunde, stop getting all your family to jump on the thing. I like this numbers, but Tunde does privately go up and text his cousin. Yeah, Victor, please jump on the thing for me, please. No, apologies, Victor. Big up yourself, man. Thanks for jumping on the Fight Is Right. You've got a really good point there, but the reason why the Ring Magazine did that, and the Ring Magazine has no real affiliation with Top Rank, and the Ring Magazine doesn't have no affiliation. They don't have no real affiliation with Top Rank. They don't have no real. They definitely ain't got no real affiliation with Al Heyman, right? So I can't. I can't. I don't know what they did, but what I am saying is Tyson Fury. I'm taking into consideration all the things that Tyson Fury overcome. The man lost the body weight of Terence Crawford to come back and fight again.
That's very serious. Hard work, dedication.
Right. So with all of that, and it was right that the Ring Magazine said, right, we're going to give the title, that belt, to the winner of this fight here. Not that they were bitching on Anthony Joshua, because Anthony Joshua has performed incredible throughout his career. But you also got to take into consideration, at the time of those men fighting, Anthony Joshua had previously lost and regained his title. So here are 2 unbeaten heavyweights.
Yes.
Right? Going at it. So therefore, we got to props the fact of 2 unbeaten heavyweights who got something about them as well. It's not like there was an overwhelming favorite, especially in the second fight. We really didn't know, even though I strongly was going for Tyson Fury, right? We didn't know, so therefore we have to give credit and the glory to the winner of that fight.
Tell me something.
But you know what? If Deontay Wilder had knocked out Fury in the second fight, I would have Anthony Joshua as number 1 heavyweight in the world.
There you go.
Right?
There you go. There you go. There you go. I saw something about BH says, Spence, who has the best jab in the heavyweight division? Is it Dillian Whyte?
The best jab?
Oh no, that's not. Yeah, answer that, but that's not the question I was gonna say. I think I found it or I remember. Yeah, this is the question. But in your opinion, who has the best jab in heavyweight boxing?
Wait there, sorry.
Yeah, that's the question I just got up.
Okay, who got the best jab in heavyweight boxing? The best jab in heavyweight boxing is Joe Louis.
Yeah, joking. No,
right?
Current.
And I would say to any young person, right?
Yes.
Go and watch the Yankee Stadium fight, 1950, September 27th, between Joe Louis and Ezra.
Knowledge.
Just go watch that fight. And there's two men standing each other, just throwing jabs, getting up close, throwing body shots. And Joe Louis was kind of old in that fight as well. And Ezra Charles won the fight. But I just like to mention that because Ezra Charles is one of my all-time favorites. But Joe Louis had the best jab in heavyweight history. And today, I would say the best jab in the heavyweight division is Tyson Fury. Because the jab that Tyson Fury has he's got more variation on his jab. Like he throw it from down here, he'll throw it from here, he'll step in and stab it. Tyson Fury's got the best variation of the jab. And
I like Dylan's jab.
No. Listen, Dylan's jab is a la Larry Holmes. Yeah. Right? Dylan's got a Larry Holmes jab. So yeah. Sorry,
good question.
Tell your cousin, what's his name?
I can't remember.
Bro, I'm joking. I'm not serious. I'm joking. It's all love, bro. Right? So
is he taking it serious?
Yeah, I don't want to leave and think that I'm taking a mickey out of it.
We're joking. I think it's Victor Badad.
Yeah. No, it's all right. You don't need to.
Victor, no. Victor's saying, Fearon, you can call me what you like. You are so close to Fury family, not to be biased. See, bro. I told you Nigerians are sensitive, fam.
You're very emotional. You're very emotional.
But Victor, take it from me. Me and Spencer grew up together. He's my brother. He's your brother. It's just banter. It's all banter. But yeah. Gary,
I get some question on the phone about being Jamaican is unreal.
I'm cussing every day.
Record it and report you.
What's the question about the Ring magazine being bought? And I remember that, Spence. Wasn't the Ring magazine bought out?
By Golden Boy.
It was Golden Boy. Was it Golden Boy?
Yeah. But at the same time, Golden Boy were highly praising Anthony Joshua on another level. They were praising.
Golden Boy don't promote Tyson and they don't promote Theo.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's no love lost between Golden Boy and Top Rank, and there's definitely no love lost between Golden Boy and Al Heyman and PBC. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I get it. 2 unbeaten heavyweights, you're fighting. We go right throughout history where you get 2 unbeaten heavyweights when they turn up and go fight. It calls for something massive.
Yes.
And that's it.
Definitely, Spence. Gal? Got time for one more? No, Gary's searching. Bobby Wright says, great show tonight. That is a brilliant question to finish up on. What are we talking about tomorrow, Spence? Are we touching the middleweights?
You know what? Do you want to touch the middleweights?
They're kind of dead, man. Come on, give up, fans. Tell us what you want the topic to be tomorrow, because we're the people's. We're for the people.
Yeah,
What's the topic? Come on, give us some suggestions. Women's boxing. That's actually
that is a good one. That is a
good topic. Yeah, I'm feeding that. Yeah. The women's boxing, we can really touch on that. The welterweights, Spence.
Yep. I think we should touch on the welterweights, you know.
Yeah, it's got to be because
Terence Crawford, and also his position and everything else. I think that'll be very entertaining.
Yeah,
old generation.
Old
generation. Boxing. Old generation versus new generation.
Gary, I hope you're noting down these topics, because we're gonna touch. Me and Spencer, we can't done. So we're just gonna we can't done.
I'm like around kid.
Karma Serene says cruiserweights. If I haven't missed, Karma, the reason why you haven't missed nothing, because we just started this yesterday.
Yeah.
So we'll be wanting the suggestions of the fans and topics. This is the number one interactive boxing show out there, because you, the fans, tell us the topics. You can't test that. You, the fans, tell us the topics. So we're gonna note these. We're gonna touch on the cruiserweights. We're gonna touch on the light. We've done the lightweights yesterday. Uzizan. We done the lightweights yesterday. But older generation, that's a good one. Women's boxing, that's a good one. Welterweights, I think maybe welterweights we're going to touch on tomorrow.
Welterweights would be a good topic. I wouldn't mind spitting that one still.
UK top pound for pound. This is all good, guys. This is all good. So yeah, I think tonight's been a good show. We've gone over again. Gone 20 minutes over the 90-minute show. But it's been fun.
Yeah, you can catch this show on not on YouTube after this, but you can catch it on the podcast as well. So anyone who wants to listen to debates and everything else, it's all cool. It's all love, and I'm very grateful for everyone who comments on there, and we like interacting, and that's that.
There you go, Spence. Back to the hot chocolate. Bro, what you been eating? What's them cakes you been eating, man?
Bro, I've retired from cakes. I've been banned from eating all those kind of sweet foods and stuff like that. I'm banned.
Me or you eating them? I don't business.
Nah, you know what? Let me tell you.
You know what I used to say? You can eat what you want. Just wash it down with water.
Well, let me tell you this now, yeah?
Yeah.
You see the big cookies that they make, the chocolate chip cookies? Bro, spin that in the microwave.
Come on. 20 seconds. You can't go more than 20 seconds.
Nah, it's mash up after 20 seconds.
The whole cookie. 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
In the microwave.
With a glass of milk. And I'm busy like people that make me lactose intolerant.
Lactose intolerant. Bro, you know what? You know us, man. We don't business about the lactose. We deal with that at night time.
Let me tell you this, yeah. I've never seen in my whole life someone eat as much salt as Tunde Ajayi.
Believe me. So I don't,
bro. And the man still look young. He ain't got no high blood pressure or nothing.
No, sir.
Victor Bada. Tunde with some different juju.
The body needs salt. Google it. The body needs salt. Don't let them fool you. Bro, go to that. You see people put bare salt. But you know we got Maggie. Maggie. Anyway, Spence, it's been a great, fantastic show as usual. And we're gonna keep. Huh?
Man's using Maggie.
Maggie's the done.
Now,
but we're gonna keep on. Listen.
Congo lives on Maggie. You know that.
Who's that?
Chris Congo. He loves Maggie.
Maggie is essential. It's essential. I'm telling you, it gives the food flavor. Will Stokes says, what about discussing amateur boxing, how to be successful? Good topic.
Good topic. We might touch on that still.
Yeah, definitely. Well, great. And We want to go, but you know, we just leave it out the table. So yeah, you know the Saka, you know the Saka tables. But I guarantee you, if you bust Spencer's cupboard, he's got a Saka in there. Every man's got a Saka in their cupboard.
We're gonna show you it right now. No advertising. That's to give you money for that.
Yeah, we want money for that. So we're not even.
Hey, listen, there's not a black person on the planet. Right? In fact, there's not a black person in the universe. You go to Mars right now, and there's some black aliens, and they got Saki in they got Saki in their cupboard. That's all powerful,
bro. Homework said, how's man forget about Luis Ortiz? Luis Ortiz is about 97 years old.
Let me tell you this, yeah. Luis Ortiz used to go to school with my mum. Right? And my mum was 87, and Luis Ortiz used to be a school teacher.
Trust me. BH says, big up Tunde for taking family. Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, bro. Family, I don't business about no boxing before my family. I don't care. I love boxing, but I love my family more. And you know, and I think in times like this, we all are appreciating our family more than ever, because we got to. We ain't got no choice. So yes, big up as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great show. We'll be back tomorrow with a new topic, a new discussion with Mr. Walking Box Wreck himself. And the man behind the cam, the emojo himself, Mr. Gary Blake. Ladies and gentlemen, we end the show with these words: dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Also, before we run out there, big up the brother from Australia who just jumped in on the show as well. And all the rest of you guys, join us tomorrow at the same time at 8 p.m. We'll be discussing the welterweights and be breaking it down. Too energetic from the Master Genius, Baba Tunde Ajayi, and the bearded one, Mr. Great Beard himself, Spencer Fearon. I'm bouncing. Peace, two fingers. I'm out.